back to Adventure 82. You join me on a slightly narrower bit of Blanche's Bunk Station where you left me last time. I'm still in awe of this platform, it's stunning. Anyway, today we're moving away down here. We're off to Moye Station. It's not as far a walk as the last one, so if this video is a bit shorter than you're used to, I apologise. Obviously I didn't space out the stations. So we'll work our way down here. I'll give you some information like I always do on the station as we work our way up. And we'll look for any interesting bits, though as far as I'm aware, there's nothing left of the Moye Station. But we'll see what we can unearth. Right, so with that in mind, looks like we're off again. Right, so we're off this way to Moye Station. I'm going to guess at some point when the railway was here that wasn't there, so I don't know if that's part of access at some point. But you can see here you have like a road that weaves through. I'm not 100% certain where this road goes. Let's see if we can have a look. Problem is here, not being from around this part of Jersey, I don't know. Okay, so you can see in the distance there, the road there, it goes down onto what looks like the a lane just off the Rue Orange, or off the housing estate. So that's where that comes from. So this, I'm guessing, would have always been here. This must be an access road, or was an access road to Moye. You can see how long the Blanche's Bunk platform was, because like you've still got remnants of it here in the house wall, because it's all there, comes across here. Anyway, like Blanche's Bunk was the last station, but I just thought it was worth you knowing exactly how long it was. So let's work our way up this way. You can see Erica, Blaze and Charlotte have darted off ahead of me today because ever impatient. And then you see this road goes off down that way with a 20-mile-an-hour limit according to the sign, so I'm not sure where that goes out into. It looks like that goes out into a housing estate too. So it'll be interesting to see how this area's changed since the railway was made, and which of these was here and which wasn't. Right, so as is traditional at some point during making some videos for you guys, we're having a break. It's now because the benches, once you get to this end, are far and few between. So Blaze is now having her toffee yogurt.
Yay.
As you can see, she's very pleased because I found her a pink spoon.
Pink!
Charlotte has just eaten her yogurt and stolen my crisps.
That's the one who's given them to me, mister.
As you can see, 7 but lacks no attitude. Right, Blade is eating everything in sight as he always does. Lydia is hiding behind the bench there, but she is eating
yogurt.
A very tasty yogurt by the looks of it. Mummy's gone for the drink the yogurt routine. I've got a very nice strawberry fruit corner. And
I'm choosing it.
So with that in mind, we shall now finish eating this, work our way down there, and make our way to Moye Station. I shall see you after. Right, so that's lunch done. We're now going to work our way down here and find Moye Station. It's not a long walk between the two stations, Blanche's Bunk, which is just behind us, and Moye Station. There's not a lot, if anything, left, like I said previously, of this station. So how much we'll find I don't know. I do think this will probably be another shortish video because there's not much to see. However, I'm just noticing there's a path here that goes off, and it goes through here and out to the houses over there. I'm wondering if this was an original access area to the railway, because also you have your end post there that's been there for some time. Nice to see that that one's still being used. A lot of them look a bit lonely, forlorn and a bit forgotten, but that one's still being used. So that must have been some original access there at least. So we found something. Right, she'll work our way down here, and if there's anything of any interest we'll try and find out. See, that clears off on an angle, so another railway post there. So is this bit here, is this through the railway, or is this behind the railway? It looks like it was behind the railway, another post. So the railway must have been cleanly encased in here, so unless that was another access path, which may well have been, because one thing we have learnt walking along here is that these stations had quite a lot of access. See, there's some more posts there. Yeah, there's not an awful lot here, but to them. Look at this. It's an old stone there. It says Le Beauport Mont Equa. Now, if I've said that right, brilliant. If I haven't said it right, that's just in the case of my appalling French. I'll find out if I've said that right or not, because when I get home later and I'm editing this, if I said it wrong, Erica will tell me off, because she was good at French and I wasn't. So we shall find out, will we not? Anyway, she'll work our way down here now. There's not a lot to say, to be honest, about Moye station. It was one of the original stations opened on the line. I'll tell you what I do know. It was opened in the late 1870s, one of the original stations. So the original 4 opened on this line were the St Auburn end, Donbridge, Moye, and then the quarry station at the other end at Corbière. It was another case of a small station, but it was quite busy. Mainly with people going to and fro from the bay, because just down the hill would have been St One's Bay. So that was it was a relatively busy station, to the point where actually in the late 1920s, 1921 in fact was the exact year, they actually gave it its own ticket office. So it was a ticketing station. The ticketing was normally done by a conductor, traditionally in the 1800s, you're probably aware, on the steam trains. Come the turn of the late turn of the 20th century, so kind of 1910 onwards, ticketing machines became less of a thing, and ticketing offices were more of a thing, so you could actually get the tickets at the stations. When the JR&T implemented this, they implemented it in quite a sparse way, because it wasn't every station that was ticketed and it was equipped to do tickets. So they actually ended up having to still do both. So like Le Banque station, for instance, was a non-ticketed station. Like I said, there was no buildings on it, it was just a platform. This one had a platform. It always had a station building, but they added off ticket facilities into it, like I say, in 1921. So, and that's basically the story of Moye. It was very quiet. Most of these stations at this end of the line weren't really photographed or anything much either. The only other interesting thing about Moye, or query-ish, is that when they started Moye station, they didn't spell it the way you spell it now, because if you're familiar with the island, you know that you spell Moye Lamoye. But when they had the station, they didn't spell it like that. They spelt it Moie. So there you go. Hang on, what's this? Oh. Maybe there's more left than I thought. Ah, there is. So look at this. We have a very old and very granite platform, or what's left of it. So this overgrowth, I'm guessing somewhere amongst this slot there was access. Can't imagine. Oh, it looks like it's quite clear through here. I don't know if you can see that. I'll have a look down through this way in a minute for you. But this is the platform, and it goes along here. So it's a mound with trees growing on it now, which is quite interesting. Go through here and see if there's any access, or the access was from the road, because I'm not sure. Ah, right, so the access path we saw before onto the railway, just a bit further up that went to the houses, it comes down here, because it's up there. So you've got access to the main road over here, and you've also got access to the main road just here, where the railway used to actually cross the road. So that would have been the level crossing. We'll come across there in a minute when we finish looking at the remains of the platform. But that's quite cool. That's very cool, in fact. I'm impressed with that. I'm quite impressed with the station already. We've not looked at the platform yet, and there's far more than I was expecting. Far more here than we thought, isn't there, Charlotte?
Yeah.
We weren't expecting a platform. Nobody was expecting a platform. Hello. Quite cool. There's a granite platform left, isn't it, Blaze?
That's why I came here.
Right, so there's the corner of the platform. Goes all the way along here. Through the trees. Almost got attacked there by ivy. And it seems to stop round about here where the trees are. So that's quite cool. The thing is, from the other side, where the train would have actually been, if I show you, and where everybody else normally is, because this is the cycle route. Right, so as I was saying, this is the side where the train used to be. When you come around here, it just looks like a dirt mound. It's like this side's been completely kind of buried in overgrowth. I don't know if that's on purpose or not, to hide it. It's only when you go the other side and you see the blatant granite wall that you know that this mound you're looking at is, in fact, it's not a bank, it's a platform. So that's quite cool. If I take you around this way, there's a slope here. Go past the tree roots, and you can see up here, there we go, we're on top of the platform now. So we were down there before, and the corner I showed you of the platform is, let's see if we can see it through here, just through the bush there. But and you can see, actually, if we go higher this end, one of the posts through there. Anyway, so this way, we'll come around here. I'll come back to our platform. This is the platform. You can see the big chunk of granite here that's fallen out of here, and where the bits there's there, where it continues on. So all in all, there was quite substantial. Now we know there was a platform, and we know that there was a station building that did the ticket facilities. So I'm wondering if the platform, because from down there, the path, actually, the wall sticks out slightly more. So I'm wondering if this is part platform. You had the path there, and then the end bit here wasn't actually platform, it was the building. I haven't been able to find many pictures of Moye, so if I can find one, maybe that can enlighten us to how this was. But this is definitely a platform. You had your road access down here, obviously, and it went off both ways, which is fine. I imagine, like I say, the building was literally on top of the platform, which is quite a cool thing. But yeah, Jersey granite. Because as we know, a lot of these platforms weren't that substantial. They were, a lot of them, like I said when I started at the beginning, were wooden. So we had Blanche's bunk in the last video, that was concrete, probably, looking at this, granite before that, and then you've got this one that's was clearly all granite. There's no cement in it, concrete. That's quite cool. Right, so we found Moye. We've gone from a station we thought there was nothing of to a station that there's quite a lot of compared to most of them. So I'm pleased with that. I hope you enjoyed finding this station. I'll work my magic, or try and work my magic, and find you some pictures of Moye station as it was before it ended up like this, covered in grass, bushes, trees, etc. And I'll put them on the end for you, because some of these stations are quite hard to get pictures of. The next one along, called the Temporary, there is no pictures of it all. So we'll do that, and we'll find somewhere nice which isn't too difficult up this neck of the woods. We'll finish off this video and we'll go from there. Right, so that's the end of the Moye station video. Next week we'll be going from here up to what was called the Temporary station. Never had a proper name, it was literally a temporary station. So until then, we're done with this station. I'm really impressed we actually found a platform. Anyway, so I digress. I shall see you later. I'm off until the next video, apparently. So is the cyclist, and I shall see you next week.
Again and again.
And again. One more.